Welcome back to Village TV. Joining me is Chris Wakeford, Chief Disruptor Extraordinaire, mate. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So today on Village TV, we're talking about how to be time-free with Chris Wakeford. How do you as a business owner, startup, entrepreneur, become more time-free to do things that make you money? Because that's why you're in the business,
Absolutely,
right?
yep.
So, Chris, what is this thing about VAs? It seems to be a growing phenomenon, and that some people are getting involved in. Tell me a bit more about it.
Yeah, so VAs or virtual assistants or outsourcing, there are a number of different names for it. Yeah, it's been around for a few years and there's been good and bad, and really you've got to say that really this has become a really serious business probably in the last 5 years. So it's becoming a lot more refined now, and what it actually means now is a lot of the menial stuff that people do. I'm talking my own situation. Yeah, I was shocked where I'd be spending half my time doing red tape stuff, accounts, and data inputs and spreadsheets, and I have expletives for these jobs. I can get them all done now really easily by qualified people. So
At a fraction of your time cost.
At a fraction of the time cost, but better than that, and this is the interesting thing, is with the right processes and systems, I know what those people are doing because I'm using new tools and new technology.
Let's take one step back.
Yeah.
I know you probably might even have a virtual assistant or outsource your web development or your social media stuff or your accounts or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You might be doing it through maybe Odesk or staff.com.
Yeah.
There are many platforms that allow you to get virtual assistants.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people have bad experiences.
Yes, they do.
I think a lot of people struggle to manage it. I think a lot of people I just get crap back, or maybe it's just not what you want back. Can you just, it's not easy. It's not something you could just like bang, here's money and things get done, surely.
No, it's not. You're absolutely right, and certainly in my case, I had some terrible experience. In fact, I've got to fess up. I was the bad experience because I would hire people, and I didn't have processes to engage them. So it was kind of like, hey, you're my VA, do stuff whenever I needed it. So it all goes back to the process. What's the engagement? What do I expect from you? What's the written agreement? How can I talk to you in real time? What technology am I going to have? So there actually is a process, and you might say, so what is the process? There are actually several processes out there. I've got a couple of people that I work with, Dr. Rob Rawson at staff.com.
Yeah.
He's been working on some great processes with his Time Doctor system, which, if you like, de-risks the whole process. I'm not saying it has all the solutions, but it's getting better and better to how do you hire people, how do you manage them, and how do you get rid of them as well, or they get rid of you.
Yeah.
Which in my case, Sean, I was fired by a VA. I was actually fired. She said, I can't work with you because you're whatever you were doing, which is, I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay, but you've changed that.
I have.
So you've had a bad experience, you've had a bad experience.
Yes.
You've changed that by setting up strategies or plans, procedures, processes.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about how those processes work and how they make working with VAs a fun experience?
Yeah. So the really important thing is you've got to have what I call software alignment. So in other words, you're using the same stuff. In other words, I'm a Mac user. I only hire Mac people. I don't hire PC people, not because they're any worse or better, but I want to have all my software that works the same.
Yeah.
So that means if I'm talking about anything, I can, for instance, I can just do a screen copy.
Yeah.
Okay, and immediately or I can enable my computer, so I can have both computers.
They can talk to each other.
Essentially talking to one another, so she can look at my screen all day long and see all the stuff that I'm doing. You probably know how to do that.
So
Most
step
people
one,
don't.
hire people that work on the same devices that you do, which I think is a great step.
Absolutely.
What else?
I also make sure that people are really open to using, voice technology and so on, so they can ring me up any time of the day. Okay. Or
so
text me.
They've got to be good on Skype or
so
Google Hangouts or something to that effect.
In my case, I want them to text me. I don't want them ringing me up all the time, which is Chris, call me. Okay. they've got to be okay with me talking to them on video. I mean, I don't want to hire someone who says I don't want to use video for whatever reason. It's like, I don't care if you're in your pyjamas, as long as you're presentable, you can be in your pyjamas, but I want you there to talk to me.
Okay.
End of story.
Cool. So they must be able to talk to you. It's a good thing. I know for me, I have to be able to chat to them on Skype before I definitely hire anyone.
Time availability is important as well,
Yeah.
so I want to make sure they're going to be there for me. I'm the customer, so, and I always remind people, you know, VAs are there for me, and you know, the flip side of the VA as well, this is just something that Matt taught me. He's a guy who's been teaching me process, is always give these people a little bit extra. It's not about cheap, it's about them providing value for you. And you know, when it's their birthday, buy them a new device, buy them some new software, or even send them flowers in the Philippines or Sri Lanka. I'll tell you, you send them some flowers on their birthday, they ring you up crying.
Oh, wow.
And this is not about bribery, because I want to do it.
Yeah.
So treat them well.
And you would treat your staff here.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, these guys really appreciate it. So when you get a great one, look after them.
There you go.
Really important.
Look after them.
One, yeah.
Very good. And how do you manage? Do you tell them? Do you give like a procedure form or a list, or do you tell them to complete certain things in a manner that you want? How do you give them a project?
Yeah, so everything is process driven. So when I hire people now, I have a whole engagement process, which includes the way that I operate and what I expect. So in other words, if we're, for instance, managing projects, I use Basecamp. Okay. I get them now to run my whole Basecamp thing. So I will go talk, send them the file, and you know, an hour later it's all typed up for me.
There you go.
The other thing is, you know, get people who can speak, good English as well. I've actually met people in other countries online who speak better English than me or you. That's amazing. So
that's not hard. I mean, that's some good tips. VAs potentially, if you set the right procedures up and the right platforms up, and you hire the people with the right skills and abilities and things like that, they can definitely create more time in your day. They can definitely allow you to generate more profits and things like that.
Definitely, 100%. And in fact, what is great about an ultimate VA to me is someone who helps manage me, because they're a virtual assistant.
There you go.
So not just take all the stuff I don't want to do away from me, but get me. In other words, they check on me.
Yeah.
They check up. Have you done that? Are you down there talking with Sean? You know, do you know what you're talking about? All that stuff.
Beautiful. There you go. If you want to know more about virtual assistants, or you want to know more about being time-free, about exiting your business profitably, and really about growing your startup, being a disruptor, all these things I'm sure are sitting right on your mind right now, I highly recommend you connect with Chris Wakeford over here. He's a man who's seen it and done it in the startup world, and I'm sure he can be an assistant to your business as well, and showing you how to drive profit in your business so you can exit. And that doesn't mean giving up your business, it just gives you more time in life to do more exciting things. So make sure you connect with Chris Wakeford, top bloke, and I'm sure you'll find him useful. That's another edition of Vintage TV, and the Disruptor edition it is. Make sure you subscribe and see a lot more videos with myself and Chris sharing tips about being a great successful starter. Chris, thanks very much.
Thank you again.
And we'll see you guys soon. Cheers for now.
Sweet.